Let's get into
All
Blue
right.
Lock.
I
Let's
saw
get
the
into
first
Blue Lock.
episode.
This one, I've been mentioning Blue Lock for the better part of a year, and mind you, I was hyped for this anime without having read any of the manga. Like I just saw character designs, and I read the plot synopsis. Oh, this is like essentially a boot camp. 300 of the best soccer players. These dudes gotta basically squid game their way to the top, and then the number one player out of these 300 players gets a spot as the number one striker on the
Yeah, I didn't
Japanese
I didn't
World
know
Cup team.
it was just strikers. That was interesting.
Yeah, so
They're all strikers.
I'm just like, okay, look, listen, I'm not the biggest soccer fan,
Same.
um, but I enjoy the World Cup. I enjoy these pro soccer players representing their countries and going ham on that field, trying to win that coveted title. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest
Um,
with you. I don't think I've ever watched a game of soccer.
it's all good, bro. It's not for
I don't
everyone.
think I have.
It's not for everyone.
I
I'll tell
just
you
have
that much.
not. I've just never just sat down. Also, side note, I haven't been into sports in a very long time. It's probably since like high school, and I kind of got out of all sports. So nothing against soccer. Just
Yeah. No,
yeah,
no, listen, it's an acquired taste unless you grow up in like Latin America where, soccer is very, very prominent. But yeah, for people like us, like, or at least for me who grew up,
yeah,
who comes from the Caribbean and parents are Dominican and Puerto Rican, they don't really, we don't really do soccer and shit. Baseball is our thing. But I'm into baseball, into football mostly, but soccer I dip and dabble, especially when it comes to the World Cup. But yeah, so that's one of the main reasons I wanted to watch Blue Lock. And then the character designs, most of the promo stuff that we were getting, the animation looks solid. The character designs look great. The action sequences that we were getting in some of the trailers based on just soccer games. I was like, oh,
yeah.
listen, I'm down for a sports anime that is, essentially a death game without the actual death, and
Yeah.
throwing
I was like waiting for
some
someone to get
shonen.
shot. I was like waiting for someone to get shot. I'm like, wait, how far is this gonna go?
Exactly. This it is mix. It mixes a lot of those niche genres when it comes to
Yeah,
anime, and it blends it very very well to really give you an edgy story that keeps you on your toes, since you don't know
hmm
what's really going to come next, even if the show is telling you, okay, this is what you need to do, and this is what's going to happen by the end of the episode. So I've been enjoying it so far, 2 episodes in, and I've enjoyed every bit of Blue Lock from start to finish.
yeah,
The drive that these characters have, the characters that we've met so far. We're learning a little more now in episode 2. It's only 2 episodes out. I'm not going to spoil it too much because I want you to, just learn about these characters. We're learning more about the
yeah.
characters. We're learning more about how the Blue Lock. The Blue Lock is what this boot camp essentially is called. It's called the
Big
Blue
building.
Lock. Big building, 5 levels, and you literally, you literally gotta squid game your way to the top. And there's a lot of Japanese pride in this,
Yeah,
behind the corporate scene and stuff like that, who run the world sports organizations and stuff like that. And Japan has a chip on the shoulder. Listen, we never get past the final 16 in the World Cup. We're Japanese. We need to be respected. We're one of the best teams in the world. So we need a striker on our team to kind of lead us to that championship that's eluded us, for all these decades and whatever. So I like the synopsis. I like the premise
yeah,
behind it. And the way they've been able to deliver it these past 2 episodes with the action and stuff like
yeah.
that, especially when the characters get into like their into the zone, when sports
hmm
players get and
Oh
then
yeah,
they get that look in their face, they're like locked in. And I'm just like, yo, I love that shit.
yeah. The
That shit
one
is super dope.
the one thing I noticed, and the thing I like about this is like it's a different experience to like haiku, because
Right.
am I saying that right?
Haiku.
Haiku, yeah.
Haiku.
Haiku is like very wholesome and like
Mm-hmm.
team focused, like it's the whole crew. And this anime is like, no,
It's
it's
like,
you.
no.
This is like a very big theme of ego. Like that is the
Right.
theme of this anime. It's even said in episode 1, just ego. We want you to have an ego. You're the striker. You are the scorer. Even if you
Mm-hmm.
lose, score the most goals. Like it's just it's very interesting how different it is. Like because I
Yeah.
have a feeling like they're going to make this character do unlikable things. Even
Oh,
episode one,
for
even episode
everybody.
one. Yeah, everyone in
I
this is
mean,
going to
you
do,
saw
because the
how
whole
the
thing is
first
they have
episode
to, they
ends.
are all roommates and contestants against each other, just like in
Mm-hmm.
Squid Game.
Right.
So we're gonna see, just like in Squid Game, these characters do things Now, granted, thankfully, there's no death as a consequence, so it's a
Right.
little less harsh. But I mean, supposedly, whoever gets kicked out never gets to play for Japan.
Well, for Japan, yeah, they get to
Yeah,
play
never get to play.
at
They can
least the
play
world
high
team.
school and whatnot,
Yeah,
but
they
they
can
never get
play
to play for
everywhere
the
else.
Japan world team. Yeah. So if that was like a goal of theirs, that's screwed. But yeah, no, it's very interesting to see how we take to these characters. Obviously, we'll find them interesting, but like how we root for them will be interesting because like they're gonna do like pretty shitty things to
Yeah,
each other. So
exactly.
I'm curious to see, especially the main character that they're focusing on. Curious to see how that journey is for us.
Yeah, I like the main character so far because he
Yeah.
has a very strict moral compass, and the game, at least this blue lock
Hmm.
is kind of forcing him to kind of,
Yeah.
it's forcing
Adapt.
everybody to be
Yeah.
honest, it's forcing everybody to kind of you know break out of their comfort zone and kind of push them to the edge to do, like you're saying, do things they might not want to
Hmm.
do. You're going to see everybody's true colors here, but you're also going to see people change and adapt to this game to get to the top. So it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see who breaks, who makes it, who's able to really adapt, who's able to really, whose teeth are going to come out early, who's going to really, put, is going to be intense. And that's the reason, like,
Yeah.
I haven't read like none of the source material. So
Same.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go on the anime ride. I'm just like, yo, I'm liking it. I was really looking forward to this one. 2 episodes in so far, I am enjoying it. Now
The
the
style is
episode
very
two,
good
yo,
too.
the
The
style.
style, the way they definitely give us again like a different experience from like Haikyuu. Like Haikyuu feels very exaggerated, like and
Mm-hmm.
intense the way they do things. But
Right.
this, like literally, the dudes they have like blue flames on his feet, like when he's
Bro,
got, you know what I mean,
that
like,
is
and
so,
like
and
their eyes
it's
have like
unique
this
to
like
every single character.
these scribbly lines to show how focused
Mm-hmm.
and like in the zone he is. So like the designs of like, and I remember Dr. Stone did something similar where like something an animation would appear that's exaggerating the situation, like
Right.
the fumes from the what do you call it, from the lake or whatever, the toxic fumes, and it was like that, like, skeleton woman, banshee
Right,
thing that
right,
was
right,
coming at him.
right.
So like it's cool, like we know that's not happening, but like it's just it accelerates that intensity and
Mm-hmm.
gives us a visualization of how intense things are. And I it seems like they're like going Super Saiyan on each other, but I
Yeah,
love
pretty
it. I
much.
absolutely
Pretty
love it.
much. Episode two, I think, will make you and like that concept a little more.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm already sold. Yeah.
I think it's Brocky, I think his name is. Um, I'm still trying to remember everybody's name. There's like almost 300 characters that we're gonna meet. It's insane. But essentially the dude with the yellow eyes who kicked the ball to the main character to
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
eliminate
The
Kira.
sleepy one.
Yeah, the sleepy one. Aizawa. I'm gonna call him Aizawa Jr. Because he was
Yeah.
sleeping. Bro, he has it. The when he breaks down, like I'm saying, episode two really gives you more on these characters that you're gonna follow. They create the teams and stuff like that. And there's something with him that happens with him. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil it
Yeah.
because I really want you to, go in blind and experience that for yourself.
Experience.
Um, but yeah, the way they do that and the way he explains that stuff, how and what he wants to teach them in character and how they want to do things together, even though at some point they're going to be
Hmm.
rivals,
Yeah.
um, it's super super dope. So I'm like, that's what I'm really liking too. I'm like,
Honestly, even
who's
that
going to team up, who's going
the
to
end
become
of that first
enemies.
episode was just really dope because like I in my mind I didn't actually like I like to think, I think we all like to think that we can see things coming, you know what I mean, like we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
like to be
yeah.
like, oh, I know what's gonna happen next. But when he kicked it and it was like going over his head, I was like, oh shit, he's kicking it to the dude, he wasn't even trying to hit him, he's just kicking it to the dude. I was like, oh shit. I should
I
have known
was
that because he was like, I like you.
right, exactly. I was hoping Kira wasn't the one who was
I know.
eliminated because I
Yeah.
really wanted to see them
I
become
wanted
like
to see, yeah, I wanted to see if he would stick to, like, if he continued, if he would stick to his this is wrong. It's about the
right.
team, not the
Mm-hmm.
individual, not the
Yeah,
ego.
because he was very team
Yeah,
oriented.
he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
he said I'm staying here to prove the guy that basically captured them all. The guy that's like
Pretty
holding
much.
them wrong, the main guy. So I'm a little disappointed he got knocked out. Because that would have been nice to see that
Hmm.
contrarian existing in that You know what I mean? That would have been a cool
Yeah,
concept.
I think we'll get that to some degree still. Maybe with some of the other characters, maybe the main
Maybe
character a little
because there was
bit
a
as
couple other
well.
characters that were like the big dude that was like, I don't like people that play cheap.
Yeah,
The
pretty
real
much.
big
Yeah,
dude.
you'll have a lot of people who have like their sportsmanship and their personal code of conduct when it comes
Yeah.
to the sport and stuff like that. So yeah, seeing like I said, there's almost three. Well, at this point, it's like two. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. We have 300 contestants. You know what I mean?
It
So
starts with 300. Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of personalities that are gonna be clashing here. So it's gonna be intense. I know a lot of the manga readers were praising the story and the manga, hyping it up at for the past year while when they
Hmm.
announced it, and we were waiting for the debut. And so I'm excited to see where this goes and how this unfolds. At least for this first season. I hope we get. I
Yeah.
don't know how far the manga goes. I don't know if it's still ongoing, but I'm hoping we get at least 3 to 4 seasons out of this show because I really want to enjoy the journey with these characters.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, 2 episodes are out right now, streaming on Crunchyroll, so you
Check
guys
it
can
out.
go check it out.
Big recommend.